guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here and you're not yet a subscriber, hit the subscribe button and welcome. My name is Fisayo Patrick, and in this video I want to talk about how to build a personal brand on social media. Social media increases the amount of exposure or traffic any brand can receive. And when you build your personal brand on social media, it gives you the opportunity, it helps to drive traffic to your business or to your website, as the case may be. It also gives you the opportunity to get brand deals, through partnerships, collaborations, and so many other things. If you are a business owner and you want to increase your bottom line, building a personal brand on social media is very key. Social media has really made celebrities out of a lot of people. Has given some people celebrity status. People that were otherwise known have become known just by showing up on social media. Building a personal brand has never been more important than it is today, especially if you are a freelancer or you own a business, maybe an online business, for example. And since the market is growing rapidly, the competition is becoming fierce, right? And the only way you can stand out with whatever it is you're bringing to the table, whatever offering you have, is to build a personal brand on social media. Okay, so what are the steps to building a personal brand on social media? The first thing you want to do is have a competitive edge. A competitive edge sums up what you do and who you do it for. When you're building a personal brand on social media, what matters most is that you have something to offer, so that when you come up, when you show up, you have something tangible to talk about. So let's say you have a special skill that you like to help people with. You want to help people achieve so and so. That is your special sauce. And how does it make you different from somebody else who is offering that? It's all about thinking deep or going in depth to figure out what your unique selling point is. What's that thing that you can do absolutely well more than anybody, and infuse it into your personal brand. A lot of people are on social media and they really don't have an underlying message. All they do is maybe post videos to show how cool they look on camera, or they have a clean feed, they have cool pictures, but they really don't have a message. So is that the kind of brand you want to build, or do you want to bring a lot of value? Do you want to add a lot of value to people's lives? So that's what coming up with a competitive edge is all about. And when you have figured out what that edge is, you want to make sure that you show up with that special sauce all the time. You don't want to dilute your message. Let's say you are very good at creating online courses, right? You want to talk about that on social media. You want to make sure that your message is not diluted. You want to make sure that you don't come today with tips on creating online courses, and then you come tomorrow, you're talking about skincare, you're talking about something that is totally irrelevant to what you have, because your audience will be fixated on your message. As you are showing up, as you are showing up consistently, they already know what to expect. So you want to make sure that you are consistent, your message is not lost in the noise, your message is not diluted, and you are infusing your unique selling point into your message. The next thing to do after you have determined your special sauce is to choose the appropriate social media platforms that you want to show up on. Now, don't go and pick or don't go and choose a social media platform because it's popular, because we've seen social media platforms fall out of popularity countless times. So what you want to do is determine your goal for building the personal brand. Let's say, for instance, you want to become a public speaker, you want to develop your career as a public speaker. You would maybe choose a YouTube channel, right? You create a YouTube channel where you do talking head videos and speak to people. You might also need to have a podcast also, to refine your, speaking ability, something like that, and also to get your audience. Those two platforms are good if you want to become a public speaker. If you want to become maybe a writer or a writing coach or a content writer, something around that line, you may need to start a blog. You need to actually start a blog. As you start, it helps you refine your skills. It helps you build a community. It helps you get known by people that really matter. So your goal for the personal brand is tied to the social media platforms that you will pick. So if your goal is to build the brand around a particular skill set, you will need to choose the social media platform that will work for that. One thing is important though, if you're trying to build a personal brand on social media, you need to get a website. You need to have a website. And when I say website, I don't really mean a multi-million naira website. You can start with a portfolio, you can start with a one-pager. You can, if you have the budget, you can go for maybe WordPress or Squarespace. If you do not, you can use link in bio apps like Linktree, Mainstack, Disha, and all of that. Just make sure that you have a place online where people can go to learn more about you from your social media platform. Having a website gives you credibility. When people see that you have a website, it makes them trust you, it makes you believable, it shows them that you are in it for the long term and you're not just somebody who's around today and MIA tomorrow. After you are done choosing the appropriate social media platform, you want to start creating content. Content creation is crucial if you want to build a personal brand on social media. So you are showing up on social media, right? What are you going to be posting? It's content. And if you have issues, not issues, strong word. If you want to learn how to create content, I've made 2 videos on that and I'll put a link in the description. How to never run out of content ideas and the things that you need to know if you want to create good content. So check it out, the link is in the description. When you're trying to create content, you need to understand that there are 2 kinds of content. There are long form content and there are short form content. Long form content is the kind of content that takes long to create and also to consume. For instance, a long YouTube video like this is a long form content. A 2,500 word blog post is a long form content, and what it does is it gives you the opportunity to express your expertise on a particular topic. Also, because when you have when you want to write about a 2,500 word blog post on a particular topic, you do a lot of research, had a lot of your knowledge, had a lot of your experience, things that you have experienced. You put it in that blog post, so you are sharing your expertise. You are giving people valuable information that will be relevant to them, that will be relevant to their businesses, that will be relevant to their lifestyle. And another thing long-form content does is it gives you the opportunity to infuse SEO into your content. For instance, a 2,500 word blog post. And SEO, of course, helps you to get in the face of new people who may be searching for your content online. Okay, so short form content is the kind of content that doesn't take long to create and doesn't take long to consume. For instance, an Instagram Reels, a TikTok video, an Instagram post, right? The benefit of short form content is that it has a tendency to help you go viral quickly. For instance, my Instagram Reels do a lot of views, more than if I post an Instagram, a picture post or a carousel post. In fact, Instagram prioritizes Reels. They want you to do more of Reels because, of course, they are competing with their counterparts, TikTok, right? So they are prioritizing Reels. So if you can infuse a lot of Reels to your content strategy, you get more people to know about you. So that's the difference between long form and short form content. And you want to make sure that your strategy, you're mixing the 2 into your content strategy. Then you want to develop a content strategy. The content strategy, simply put, is all the plans that you go through to distribute your content across your social media platforms, right? It's not, I used to see it as something very, very technical when I started building my brand on social media. And because I saw it as something technical, I didn't have a plan for it. I didn't have a strategy. Now my content strategy is piece of cake, right? But yeah, one thing is important though. Your content strategy will be tied to your goals. So like I said, what goals do you have for building the personal brand? And I also said that if you are trying to maybe become a public speaker and you have chosen YouTube to deliver your content, what are the tactics to doing that? How do you do that? How do you deliver a YouTube video, also deliver a podcast? And how also do you show up on the mini social media platforms like your Instagram, like your TikTok, like how do you send your newsletters, things like that. So for me, what I do is repurposing. Repurposing is a huge part of my content strategy. I don't try to reinvent the wheel. There's nothing I'm saying now that you can't find elsewhere. It's just that I'm saying it with my own special sauce, my competitive edge, and the way I'm distributing it. So this YouTube video can easily be repurposed into a blog post, which I've already done, by the way, link in the description. Can also be repurposed into a podcast if I had one. And the next thing you want to do after that is to develop a brand identity. And in my last video, I talked about the practical steps to developing a brand identity for your online business. Now, your personal brand also needs a brand identity. I'm talking about your visuals, I'm talking about your logo, I'm talking about the colors, I'm talking about the fonts, things like that. If you scroll through my social media, you see that these colors are consistent in all my posts. If you go to my Instagram, if you go to my YouTube, these colors are consistent because that's the colors that I want to be known by. I want people to see the color and instantly think of me. Okay, so but I'm not going to talk much about this because I already spoke about it in my last video. And one thing that I've noticed is that there's a lot of pressure on people when it's time to create their brand identity, when it's time to create their visuals, because that's the first thing they are thinking of, ignoring the other steps to take before getting there. So if you want to know more about that, watch this YouTube video, or I have a blog post on this topic and I will link to it in the description. I wrote more in depth on that, so you can check it out. And can also be repurposed into Reels, TikTok, things like that. So your content strategy has to be spot on, and it has to be in existence. So that's what I'm going to be saying on this video, but there's a caveat, right? You need to understand that building a personal brand on social media is not easy. It's not something you start today and 6 months down the line you have gone viral. There are people that they start today and 6 months down the line they go viral, but that's not the case for everybody, right? It's not easy. The people that you see that are doing it well, that are succeeding, have years and years and years of work behind them that you do not see. So my advice is start early, put your all into it, know your goal, follow these rules, and one day you will blow, that's for sure. Thanks for watching this video. If you love this video, please like and subscribe, and also follow me on Instagram at FisayoPatrick1. I'll see you in the next video.